Today, Gründerszene in English, as we have international guests and German guests. Who are you and what do you do? Ladies first.
Hello, I'm Claire Uri. I'm partner at Ventech, which is a venture capital fund based in Paris and Beijing.
And I'm Christian Wolf, the founder and CEO of Wirkaufens, the electronic trade inside in Germany.
Okay, Christian was already at Gründerszene in a video interview, and if it happens that an investor and a young man sitting together in a room, usually there's an investment going on, right?
Yes, exactly. Good guess. So we invested in Wirkaufens recently, and very happy to invest in this company. This is our first investment in Germany. After looking at many opportunities, we decided to invest in Wirkaufens.
Okay, maybe for everyone who does not know Wirkaufens yet, so that we have a regular basis for everyone, explain in 1 or 2 sentences what does Wirkaufens?
Oh, that's easily explained. Everybody actually has an old mobile phone, MP3 player, sat-nav, whatever electronic in the house that he doesn't want to use anymore. And we make it a lot faster, easier and safer to get rid of that and get money out of it than selling via the known online platforms today.
Okay, I think the term for this is refurbishment, right?
Well, yeah, actually we take the used products, we test them, we clean them, and this is called refurbishment. And actually, so far we've been very successful with that.
Okay, I saw many Blackberries and iPhones already. What makes Wirkaufens interesting for you guys, as this is your premiere in Germany, as you said? Like, why Wirkaufens? What made you come to this decision?
I think we shared the vision with the management that Wirkaufens could be a company that would build a second generation of the second-hand market. So on this vertical on consumer electronics, the key advantage that we liked in Wirkaufens is the fact that it's not only a direct link between the seller and the buyer, but the company actually checked the products, refurbish the products, and sell it with a 1-year warranty. And that's really a change, and that's what we are looking for as a venture capital, ways to revolutionize change of use and building a second generation of second-hand, giving the trust to the end user that this product is good quality.
At the beginning you said that you sit in France and also in Beijing. Obviously quite a few guys sitting out there interested in investors, also in international ones. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about Ventech more, and then also about your strategy, like what do you invest, which stage, which amount of money, what topic fixes you, etc. pp. Like what is Ventech about basically?
So generally speaking, Ventech invests in a high growth company, still young company, that are innovating, that are changing a use, because we strongly believe that innovation doesn't come from large company, but from small groups that then grow. And we're here to help them accelerate the growth. So the investment strategy, I would say, is looking for team, because that's the first basis for our investment strategy. Team that can build companies that can be international, even though at the first step they can be locally, but that can grow international and that can scale. So really, a team who have a vision to build large companies.
What about you as Ventech itself? Like, how big is your fund and in which stage do you invest?
In fact, we speak about generation of funds. So we have already in the 3rd generation of funds. So the first 2 ones are already fully invested. The 3rd one is in the process of being invested. In total, we have under management 350 million euros. And we have a separated fund in China, Ventech China, that is very interesting for us, because not only we make investment in China, in the mobile, in the internet, same sector as the one that we are looking at in Europe, but also there are really some cross connection, and we try to help our portfolio company to develop partnership internationally. And for example, in the case of Wirkaufens, there are things and development that could, where we have really precise idea that where we could help to develop abroad.
So, do I hear here that expansion and internationalization is a topic for you guys?
Well, we are thinking in European terms, definitely. But to be number one in Europe, we definitely need to be number one in Germany, and this is our goal and the step that's ahead of us right now. And so we don't waste much time on thinking international right now.
I think the most important part I forgot so far, like how much money did you get?
Actually, Ventech and the existing investors, Point 9 Capital and others, invested in total something like something over 4 million euro in the company.
Okay, this is quite a bunch of dollars or euros in this case. What will happen with the money? Like, what do you use it for?
Well, we're actually going to force marketing, and we're also going to spend quite a lot of energy and also invest in people who are going to help us to build our partner strategy. So what we want to be in is in the loop where people buy new electronics, and at the end of the lifetime of that new device, we actually want to be the number one source that the people go to get rid of their old one, and that we can only achieve together with partners who are actually selling new electronics, which we for ourselves have not made part of our business model at all.
Okay, you said being number one source for this kind of refurbishment. Like, who do you see as a competitor in Germany and internationally?
Well, in Germany there have been a few coming and going so far already, because the barriers to entry are seemingly low. Actually, if you want to scale, it's quite hard. So far, actually, we've seen companies like Rebuy also expanding into the electronics market, in the hardware market, and these guys, for example, we consider competitors.
What about Flip for New? I think Lars Hinrichs invested in them, right?
Yeah, that's true. Flip for New is also one of the competitors that we look at, yeah.
Okay, investors usually look for scalable models, and I think you do this too. I was asked about Wirkaufens whether this model is scalable, because you need, humans packing these cell phones, refurbishing them and all this stuff. Do you think that this model is really scalable in a way?
Yes, that's a good question. And in fact, this is really something that we liked about Wirkaufens, because as you said, basically you have to build a small plant, a small manufacturing plant. And when I went to visit the company at Frankfurt Oder, that's what I saw, and that's where I was impressed, because it's scalable, because they have implemented processes right from the reception of the device until the time where they are actually shipped. And I was really impressed. I mean, they had those methodology that they called the McDonald's things, that basically you know exactly what you have to do, what you have to check, what is your process. They are organized by line of products. And yes, that's something that is not scalable when you think of internet business model, but they really looked at all the metrics, all to structure their processes so they can actually scale, and if they receive higher volumes, they are able to refurbish those higher volume. And what I see as an investor is also creates barriers to entry. So in the internet models, everything is about execution, and that's also the case for Wirkaufens. But here you add a new layer of complexity, which creates a barrier, which is the logistic part. And that's where they have really, in terms of team, thought the process very carefully.
Okay, awesome. Usually people tend to ask me, how do I get in touch with investors, especially international ones? You said Wirkaufens is your first investment. I suppose it's not the last one in Germany, or at least I hope so. How did you guys meet? Like, how did you get in contact? And what is the usual way of approaching an investor?
Maybe I can answer. Actually, the introduction was made through Lukas Gadowski, the founder of Point 9 Capital. Success, when I'm always asked what are the success of a company, it's obviously the team, number one, but also the environment. And I think that what we appreciated as Ventech is the entrepreneurial background of Point 9 Capital and the network that they have built in Berlin in this internet sector to actually, especially in terms of human resource, to actually help the management to staff with the key elements that are going to make the success of the company. So for us, it was really a key element to have a German partner, and not only any type of German partner with us as an investor, but with an entrepreneurial background and bringing the knowledge of the internet market.
Would you say the same thing? Is it helpful to have a strong network, maybe business angels that are well connected? Like, what is the key factor here?
Yeah, well, actually, sometimes I say, unfortunately, it is very important to have a good network and to have good business angels right from the start who can actually make the introductions to good seed investors and also to Series A, Series B investors. It's very helpful to have a very good idea, but actually, social proof is a very, very important factor. Yeah.
Okay, I see. At the end of my interviews, I usually tend to ask people like, what is your agenda? What will we see from you? And also to you guys. So the second half of 2011 is beginning. What will we see in this time?
Well, we're now going to invest very heavily, especially in people. We're opening a Berlin office, and we're going to put marketing, sales, finance, controlling here. So anybody who sees this, feel free to apply to be part of one of the greatest companies really taking off right now.
And for us, for Ventech specifically, I'm not speaking about Wirkaufens. We are raising our fourth fund, so that's going to be a good part of the second half of 2011.
Okay, thrilling stuff going on then. Thanks a lot to you guys, and good luck, of course.
Thank you.